So you bought your first 3D printer and you come to this realization, this is an amazing tool with a huge potential to make money. But then you come to the question, what models am I actually allowed to sell? In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you can and cannot sell in your 3D printing shop. Stay tuned, this is High B 3D. Buzz buzz. Welcome to my new 3D printing battle station where I'll be doing my videos from now on. You'll probably still see me in hotels every now and again because I travel a lot for work, but for the most part, I'd like to keep my videos right here in this little studio. And this is going to be built out over time, and I'm going to be doing some YouTube shorts on how I've been constructing this little area. It's been a huge undertaking, but a really fun project. So if you haven't seen uploads from me in the past couple weeks, that's why. Anyway, onto the topic at hand. You want to sell physical prints, and there's millions and millions of files online, but how do you sort through the prints that you are legally permitted to sell? Now, there are a ton of free models, but that doesn't mean you're necessarily allowed to print and sell those. You can print any 3D model, but selling them is a big legal gray area. In fact, there are a lot of hard lines drawn in the sand that many 3D printing salespeople tend to ignore, and they get in a lot of trouble for. The key word here is intellectual property. Even though you may own the physical piece of plastic that it printed with, the model, the shape of that model actually belonged to somebody else who created the 3D digital file for that. And so we have to be sure that we understand 3D print licensing in order to sell free files on our store. There are a huge amount of different license types that we need to sort through, but for this video's purpose, we're going to separate it into two categories: commercial and non-commercial. We need to understand how to identify when a free model online is commercially available for us to sell and when it is not. And we need to be wary of selling those models and avoid it at all costs, because you can get into a lot of trouble. We're going to specifically talk about two websites and how to identify the licensing of specific models: Thingiverse.com and Printables. Let's jump on the computer and I'll show you exactly what to look for. So let's start with the easier way to find 3 models to sell. Printables.com by Prusa. Now we'll hop into here into the 3D models section. And as normal, a bunch of things pop up. Whatever's trending. You know, this is sorted by how many things have been made by all time. No surprise that the Benchy is the most. But what we're going to look for is on this left column, we're going to scroll down and find license. And we're going to open up this, and we are going to select everything that does not say non-commercial. Anything that specifically says non-commercial means that you cannot sell it legally. You're not allowed to, unless you have a license from that creator. So we're gonna go Creative Commons, public domain. You can select multiple of these. Creative Commons attribution, attribution share alike, attribution derivatives. We're gonna skip over 1, 2, 3 non-commercials. Go public license and public license 3.0. And now here we have a filtered list of 351,590 models that you are okay to sell in your shop and download for free. Now, this once again is sorted by makes of all time, which can be a good tell of how popular something is. Typically, if somebody is downloading something, that means that people are also willing to purchase that thing. So lots of things like fidgets, and this Flexi Rexy is a classic. Lucky 13 is really popular. Customizable stackable crates for batteries and whatnot. And fidget toys. There's so many things. And so let's do a different filter. Let's say trending in the past 30 days. And here we have a number of things that people have downloaded in the last month and what has been the most popular in the last month. Credit card wallet / spreader. This is pretty cool. All right, so say I want to sell these wallets. Buy the hardware for it, print it out, and we can go down and see that this is under Creative Commons attribution, which means that you can sell this as long as you're giving the artist credit for them creating it. Like I said, there are 351,000 models here that are free for you to download, print, and sell. So I'm sure there's some gems in there, but it's going to take some searching through. Okay, so now we're in thingiverse.com, and it has a similar filter by section, but the problem is this doesn't actually work very well. That we can similarly go through and do these. We can't select multiple at a time, and it's also not necessarily accurate, where this can say, filter by Creative Commons attribution, but then we go into this Jeep kit cart here, scroll down, and what do we find? Well, hold on. This is licensed under Creative Commons attribution, non-commercial, no derivatives license. And so Thingiverse, you have to be a bit more meticulous and a bit more careful. They do these nice, helpful little signs down here that if anything has that $ crossed out, you cannot sell it. It's not allowed. So you have to get a little bit more molecular and dedicate some more time to it. Let's see, this chubby crocodile is a great little model. This has been popular, blown up all over TikTok and Instagram, and people would love to have it. Pretty much the rule of thumb is if people would love to print it, most likely people will love to have it or buy it. And so we'll scroll down and we'll look here. This doesn't have the $ crossed out, which means that we can sell this. So this is something that I definitely will be printing out and selling at future events. So the hard truth in that is it just takes time to find those models that you're allowed to sell that you can download for free. 3D printing as a business is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it is a very viable business. People like 3D prints, and there are a ton of useful applications aside from just toys and trinkets, which is what I tend to sell at these early stages. But I'd like to move on from that eventually, and so should you. Unless making toys is making you the most money, then do that. To help save you some time, I'm going to create collections on Thingiverse and printables of things that are free for you to download and sell and completely clear legally. You can find the links to those collections in the description, and I'll update those every week as I find time to do so. And so give those a visit. See what things sell and what things don't. Comment below what you have had success selling or what you thought was going to sell and really didn't. This is meant to be a community of people who want to make money doing 3D printing, and mostly just a community of people that like 3D printing. If you like this type of content, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. It means a whole lot. Genuinely, I cannot even fathom the fact that I have over 250 subscribers. Thank you is all I can say. It's been so cool to see you interact with the videos and share your experiences. Please keep it coming. I love it, and everybody else in the community loves it as well. Let's keep this tight. Let's keep talking to each other and letting each other know what's working and what's not. I plan on having some more fun content coming up about projects and specifically regarding 3D printing and not just the sales of 3D prints. Please stay tuned. It's going to be really fun. This has been Hi B 3D. My name is Hiram. Buzz buzz.